Oh, 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 oh,
Hey guys, this is your girl, Lady Lydia, and we are making a gluten-free lemon pound cake. So let's get started. We're using unsalted butter. So I'm going to use about 2 sticks of softened butter. After you add that in, I'm going to go ahead and add, I would say roughly about a half a stick of shortening. It would be the butter flavor shortening. That's what I use. Now, if you don't have shortening, you can always consider using butter as well. So if you want to add, a half a stick of butter, that's fine. Now, also added in 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. And now we're going to go ahead and just get all of that mixed in together. Now, I'm going to just mix this, I would say maybe a couple of minutes, just to kind of make sure it all is incorporated together. I had to make sure the cream cheese was not on the attachment and was actually mixing in with the butter. So now that we have mixed everything together, we're going to go ahead and add in our sugar. So I'm adding in 3 1/4 cups of sugar. Now, the 1/4 is suggested because this is gluten-free flour, and it tends to it seems to soak up the sweetness. So now you can also use, if you would like, a sweetener substitute. I would say with the ratio 1-for-1. Any keto-friendly sweetener is fine. And listen, you're going to love this cake. It is so delicious. Now, we're going to continue to blend this mixture for about 5 minutes. Just to kind of make sure everything is mixed in together. You want to have a texture. It's going to be a little lighter than what it was when you first started out, and it's going to have sort of a texture of ice cream. If you've ever made homemade ice cream before, then you know what I'm talking about. Like that soft serve ice cream sort of texture. So that's what you're kind of looking for, and that's what we're going to kind of go to now. 4 or 5 minutes, I would say that should be fine, especially if you're using a KitchenAid blender or mixer. Now, as you can see, I am scraping the sides, making sure that I get everything mixed in together. Definitely make sure you get the bottom of the bowl as well. You don't want to have batter that's not mixed in, blended in together. But anyway, so once I make sure I have everything scraped down, then I'm going to go ahead and do maybe another 2 minutes or so. And that way it will be able to, be the consistency that I'm looking for. So, after we finish blending this together, then we will go ahead and add in our eggs. However, I do suggest that you add in your flavoring prior to adding your eggs, because to me, it just allows the flavors to blend in and incorporate in the batter better, especially with the gluten-free cake. But that's just a suggestion. In this video, however, I am adding it after I add the eggs. So as you can see, I'm adding in each egg one by one. I added in 4 eggs already, and I'm kind of scraping down low. I want to make sure that I get everything mixed in together, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in the remaining 2 eggs. We're doing 6 eggs with this batter. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure each egg is blended well together. Now I'm going to go in with my flavors. So I'm starting with vanilla, lemon zest, So with the lemon, I'm adding, I would say I had a small lemon, so I zested a little bit, and then 1/2 of that lemon, I squeezed the juice in with the zest, and I'm adding that first into the batter. After I do that, then we're gonna go in with the vanilla. So with the vanilla, I'm adding about a teaspoonful. Now you can do 2, as you can see, I did 2 in this video. Depending on what flavors you're using, I'm also adding in a teaspoon of lemon juice. Now, I would suggest 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now, this is a particular cake that I'm making here, so I'm also adding a cream bouquet flavoring in as well. Now, I would suggest to add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice along with the lemon zest and the lemon extract. So 2 teaspoons of lemon extract also, to kind of like heighten up the flavors if you want that potent lemon flavor in your cake. But I definitely suggest to do it prior to the eggs. Now here we have the gluten-free flour already in the bowl. I'm adding in 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, a dash of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're going to blend all of that up together with a whisk. Now the whisk that I'm using, I was okay with it, but I felt like it wasn't giving what I was looking for, so I grabbed a bigger whisk that had a little bit more room in between the attachment part of it, so that it can give it more of a airy feeling and make sure everything is mixed in together with the flour. So once I feel that I have everything mixed in together, then we're going to go ahead and add it into our batter. I also have 1 1/4 cups of milk. Now with the flour, of course, it was 3 cups of flour, and then the other ingredients that we added in with this batter. So I'm going to start with first kind of making sure everything is blended again, because I had it sitting there for a few minutes while I was getting my flour mixture together. And so I turned it down low. Now it looks fast in the video, but that's only because I'm speeding it up for you guys. But I'm rotating my milk and the flour mixture as you would do any average cake that you're making. And then you just make sure that it's well incorporated and blended in together. I have the blender actually on the first setting, the first speed. So just letting you know ahead of time, it's not going that fast. So as you can see, I am taking my time and I'm adding in the flour and the milk. The flour was the last that I added in. And right here, we're going to go ahead and stop the blender for a second so that we can go ahead and get all of the rest of the flour that may be sitting on top of the attachment, as well as anything on the sides in the bowl, so that we can make sure everything is mixed in together. So I'm just going to gently scrape everything around there, making sure we get all the flour, because we want to make sure everything is mixed in together. Now, I just want you guys to know that this batter will be a little thick, so expect that. Someone asked me, could you add more milk? I haven't done it. To me, it doesn't really hurt because of the thickness of the batter, because this is gluten-free flour. Okay, so it's going to give you that look of kind of like a gluey, a paste sort of look, as you can see right here, and that's perfectly fine. Now after that, we're going to go ahead and just clean off the attachments after I take them off, straighten up a little bit and prepare to go ahead and put it in our pan. Now the pan that I'm using, I have, I was recommended, someone is, suggested to try the sugar. Never done it before. So in this video, I did shortening and then sugar. So where I just basically based the pan with shortening, and then I sprinkled the sugar around just like you would use flour. So because I'm using I think it's an 18 cup, I believe. I'm not hitting it from the bottom because it's one of those that comes loose. So I'm just shaking it, and we're going to go ahead and pop it in the oven at 325 for about 1 hour and 45 to 1 hour and 50 minutes. And then you know how YouTube is. There you have it, guys. It is so beautiful. Now, just letting you know that these types of cakes do cook a little bit longer than your normal pound cake. So we're going to go ahead and cut it, and it is soft. Now, the top part has a little crisp to it. It does, but it's not burnt, because you want to make sure that the cake is cooked entirely throughout. You want to make sure. That's the reason why we have it in the oven a little bit longer. So as you can see, guys, it's so soft, it's smooth, it is beautiful, and oh my Lord, this cake tastes so delicious. It is so delicious. Look at it. It is beautiful, guys. And I'm telling you, when you make this cake, and you will be like, is this gluten free? My son cannot even tell the difference. I kid you not. So you have to try this. I'm telling you, I was shocked by the flour that I used. And as you guys gonna see, I put it in the description for you. But honey, look at that. It's so fluffy and soft. It was so delicious, and I was just pinching off of it and coming back. And I had gotten off camera for a second and came back just to show you guys. But I appreciate all you all for watching, and I hope you take care.